Hello guys, we're going to try something new today where I'm just going to speedrun through all the charts for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. I'm going to show you what the short-term price targets are, what the patterns are that I found in the charts, and what we can expect to see going forward. First things first, we're going to start with the big daddy of them all, Bitcoin. And as we see here, we have a massive rising wedge which started in December of last year going up all the way until now. And there was a little bit of cause for concern because we actually emmed out over here, out of the rising wedge towards the downside. But let me zoom in, guys. This pattern is all but invalidated, and we were worried because this would have taken us back down all the way to 44,000 US dollars, which would have been very, very sad. However, look, we actually came down and tested the bottom of the M pattern, and now we are bouncing up away from it. And that's going to be a theme that you're actually going to see throughout today. So we're going back into the rising wedge, and we're going to need to wait for another breakout to happen to see what exactly goes on here. Of course, if we do accidentally come back up here, touch this rising wedge, let me take the brush back out. If we actually come now, bounce off of this line here, go back up and touch the bottom of the wedge, and the wedge acts as resistance and pushes us back down, that is unfortunately a very bearish sign, in which case actually if the volume comes in too, which it isn't right now, but if the volume comes in too on this breakout back down and it closes before the resistance point, well, we're going to see actually a very, very, very bearish sign, because as always, we know that the price target for rising wedge is the bottom of the wedge, which would be, of course, 17,000 US dollars. I don't think this is going to play out that way, so don't worry about it. Just focus on the short term right now, and we're going to keep waiting to see what this rising wedge does, because most likely this is just a small little fake out. So now let's go to Ethereum, and as we see here, we have a head and shoulders pattern which started on the 7th of March, 8th of March, 7th of March, close enough. And as you see here, it's actually a pretty nice pattern. We have a left shoulder, we have a head here, we have a right shoulder, and we actually broke below the target. But check this out, guys. We have actually W'd out of this breakdown below. Look, we went down, we came back up to test it, we came back down, and we didn't close below this resistance point. Instead, we kept going back up, and we are now actually forming the bullish scenario for this head and shoulders pattern. And if I were to show you what the price target of this will be, well, let's grab it from the head to the bottom of the pattern and put this around where the breakout is. Well, this should take us all the way up to 19,020 US dollars. Now, last but definitely not least, let's go all the way to Cardano. And as we see here, we had a nice triangle pattern forming over here. And thanks to a bunch of good news about Cardano being listed on Coinbase and being able to be traded from there, we actually broke out of this triangle towards the top. Let me just close this. What the heck is that? And we actually hit this price target all the way up at 1.44 US dollars per Cardano. But what's important now, because that pattern is history, is this new head and shoulders pattern which is forming on the chart. Now, if you follow me here, you see here we have a left shoulder, we have the head forming here, and we have the right shoulder, which is currently, once again, just like in Ethereum, we did have a break towards the downside, right? But we came back up, we bounced from the resistance point, but look, we did not close below this level, did we? No. Now we're going back up, and actually we've broken once again above this, which is a bullish sign, which means that most likely the positive price scenario for this is going to take place. And if I take that for you, well, that should bring us all the way up to 1.47 US dollars per Cardano. Guys, if you like this new format where I just speedrun through everything that I see in the charts and condense as much information as possible in as little time as possible, please hit that like button. Make sure YouTube gets this out to as many people as possible. If you got smarter and you learned something new, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more from me. And guys, make sure to check out today's earlier video about what Elon Musk is doing by accepting Bitcoin for Tesla, which is huge news. It was news in the past, but now he's made it official and has given us more or less a timeline on when that feature is going to go live. So thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, it's not financial advice. Do your own research. Bye.